Good afternoon, everyone. Freedom here. Updating on the Sava. I got the new SRAM 50 tooth for my 5034 setup for Sora. Let's see if I can focus on all this stuff. Yeah, there you go. And I got the chain, KMC 9-speed, good for SRAM Campanolo, made in China. Half the price of the Shimano. Shimano is like 50 or 50 plus. This is $24.99. I'm gonna go with this, see how it works out. The difference between this one, which is the same as what I have on here, you can see the difference in the cutouts. They've managed to cut out more metal out of this one in this area right here. So less weight, should be good. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's a Power Glide. Power Glide. Where is it? Right there. Power Glide. So they just cut out more metal out of it. That's all. 50 tooth, 6000 series aluminum. I'm gonna see how this works out. Put it on. New chain. And I got the Novatech. I don't know if I showed this before or not. I got the Novatech for my my other wheel, the ones the original rear wheel. It came with the bike before I put on the Super Teams. I'm going to rebuild it, and this is what I got. So I'll be working on that also as well. So put this on. Hopefully everything will be fine. I got the tools. I believe I do have the knowledge. And test ride later. I'll let you know how everything worked out. All right. I got everything loose. Took me about 7 minutes. The 34, the gear in the back already fell. And there's the front one. Let me show you girls and guys how I did this. Basically, let me slip this off right here. No, it's not an issue. No big deal. This is the old one right here. And let me put this here for now. And I'm going to remove the 34 right here. I didn't want to break down the crank, the bottom bracket. I didn't want to do any of that stuff. I didn't feel like doing any of that stuff. So here's the 34. The 34 is looking good. You know, I use this only on bridges, on crossovers. That's it. So I'm going to put this here. It's actually looking good. I'm going to give it a good clean. And right now, I get to do some exploratory maintenance and look into everything. And as you can see, I did not want to remove this. I wanted to avoid, because I believe that this has got a good, it's set good since the first time I put it on. It's very smooth, very quiet. It's not loose, it's tight, no play to it. So I didn't want to take a chance in breaking this down. I worked this on the stand. I took it off the stand. I'll show you, girls and guys, how I did this. I got some scuff marks here, which I'm going to look into how this happened. It's not bad, superficial. So what I did was, I took my right hand and I put it through right here so I could do my counter on the hex from the inside. And with my left hand, I worked the bigger size hex over here. And that's how I loosened all these bolts. Not bad. They were tight, but not anything that my arm couldn't handle. And I'm not going to use a torque. I stated before in one of my videos that I pretty much torque everything, get a feel of it, because of experience that I have in a repair shop building engines, rebuilding engines. So I don't think I need a torque for a bicycle. It could be all hand tightened to, you know, use your best judgment. You can't over tighten these things on a bike. You can bust them, strip them. So So use your best judgment. I do. If you use a torque, that's fine. That's the way you're supposed to do it, but this is how I do it. So anyway, this is solid, and if you spin this, it's very quiet, and you know, if you put your hand under here and you spin it and you don't feel anything, it's completely smooth. No roughness, no scratching, no nothing, no noise. It's just simply smooth and quiet. That means you got a good bottom bracket. It's solid. You shouldn't worry about anything. And that's why, one of the reasons why I didn't want to break this down and put this on a table and take these gears off and put the new one on. So I'm going to do some cleaning before I put this back on. Everything's fine. I got the 5 bolts here. I have this one apart because that's the one that goes closest to the crank. The rest of them, chain links there. I got the new chain. I got the old chain there. And that's it. I'm probably going to do a test ride. This is new. You guys know I put this new with the wheels. So I'm good to go for another year or so on this setup once I get it going. So I'll get back to you after I clean it and put everything back on and go for a test ride. And we'll see how it works. Okay, I propped up the phone just to show you what I'm going to do now. I got my hex and my counter. I went ahead and placed these studs with the bolts in the rear. I forgot to mention, if ever any one of you guys just try and do this at home or you're going to do it, don't mix these up. Keep them together and just snug them as you go in a circle. And then like I said, you come in from the rear and you hold the inner hex and you slightly tighten up on it, just as I'm doing, and it's snug right there, and that's it. I'm gonna go on the X pattern because this is 5. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one here. Stick your arm here. Get the hex in that bolt. And then this is the one that I told you that gave me a bit of a problem because I got the arm here. But you thread it in by hand. Make sure you got a good thread. And then you snug it. And then I'm going to come to this one here. And I'll just go around once or twice, snugging it. Make sure I get everything even. And then I'll start cranking on it to what I believe is a comparable tightness or feel to it. Because I do check these like every other ride or every 2 rides. You know, I run my tools and I check all this stuff. It's part of ongoing maintenance, making sure everything's tight. You go through the bike and you tighten everything up. Make sure everything is snug, and every once in a while you might find one that's a bit loose. You know, crank on it with your arm a little bit. Good to go. No issues. See, I got them all snug now. This is the last one here. And this is actually very comfortable. I don't have an issue with this. So, oh, here's another one. I couldn't find what was making the scuff mark. There's actually nothing there that would make that scuff mark on the frame. So I'm thinking that's probably one of the several times, more than several times, that my chain has skipped out of the gears and have gotten tangled up here in between the stay. This is the chain stay, this is the seat stays. So maybe that's what did that, I'm not sure. I'll just keep eyes on that now. But definitely there's nothing there. There's nothing there that's touching the frame. I already cleaned up everything. So anyway, this is what the new looks like, as opposed to the old, where I got all this metal. The new is a lot more open, ventilation, less weight, and this is gonna make a good Kung Fu star. So yeah, this is how I'm doing it. Stick your arm, left hand, right hand, left hand, and now, you know, I go through the process of tightening everything, and when I'm done, I get the chain on, and I'll get back to everyone. All right, just wanted to show you that. All right, we'll catch you in a few. Well, I got the chain on. I had a bit of a time putting the chain on. I cut about 9 lengths off it. Got it on. I tuned it, cleaning it up, show everybody it works. And I can tell right off the bat the smoothness and just the way it sounds. And I think that's my writing gear right there, which before I was getting a lot of snapping and a lot of kinks, a lot of sound from this gear right here. So I'm satisfied. This is gonna be good. I'm gonna go for a test ride. Everything's working fine. Everything's working good, man. Tell you what. This is my cruising speed right here. Not sure about that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 from the bottom. That's my cruising speed right there. And then listen to this. Just quiet. So everything came out good. It feels tight. It feels good. Feels good. Looks good. Metal cutout. I like it. I cleaned up. I didn't see anything I mentioned before that's actually causing these scuff marks right in here. So could have been chain drop at one point or other. I have taken the chain out a few times. But everything's working good. I'm happy. Look at that. I did this all in my stand. I didn't have to break down the bottom bracket. Everything's looking good. I feel good. So just to recap, new. Rear cassette is new. About a month older than the chain and the front gear, the front ring gear. But that's fine. They'll work out together. They love each other. It's a team. All three of those. Those three are the main important parts on the bike to keep it running smooth. You can change them all at the same time, but when you can't, you don't make a large lap between them. You try to get them all three at the same time. Nice, I love it. The Sora group, regardless of what some people say, I like it. It works fine. I don't see myself upgrading to the 105s until at least I wear all this down again, and then I'll think about it, because the 105 set is kind of expensive, and for the money that I paid for this carbon and the money that I put into it, I'm still way ahead of the game out there from the retail bikes. So yeah, I love my bike. So test ride, gonna get cleaned up. I'm gonna make a couple of bracelets for my girls out of the old chain. I have a lot of links. This is what I carry around in my spare bag, just links. And I got the tools, you know, of course, I did this. I got the tools. I got the little clampy right here. I had to. Got my little chain tool. So I'm gonna make a couple of these, a couple of bracelets for my daughters. I got 4 daughters. I'm gonna make them a couple of these bracelets. I think they're gonna like it. Get a kick out of that. So good to go. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Love it. I'm happy. Look at that. Nice. Smooth. Quiet. Wow. And that's my cruising gear right there. One down. No issues. Still quiet. Notice right off the bat the difference. I love it. Alright. I cranked on these, like I said. I cranked on these. Gave him my forearm. I torqued him with my arm. That's it. Done. Hey, thank you for watching. Always, I'm going to enjoy my ride, my test ride, and I'm going to do a lot of riding over this weekend. Thank you all for watching. Always.